Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video on my top 5 series, I'm going to be sharing with you my top 5 favorite concealers. And usually I use concealers under my eyes to cover up my eye baggies, in the center of my nose to kind of highlight it a little bit, to cover up the redness around my nose, as well as of course to cover up my birthmark. So yeah, these are my trusty holy grail concealers that I've been using for many years since I've started using makeup, and I don't think I've purchased anything else apart from these 5. And I currently only have 4 to show you now because I kind of threw away my Missha one, which is ranked my 5th. So yeah, I'll go through with you ranking from the 1st to the 5th, my top 5 concealers. So to start off, my top number 1 concealer is none other than the Maybelline Age Rewind, and really easy and handy to use, and it's so lightweight. It has medium coverage, not really like the heavy duty kind of thick concealer coverage, if you get what I mean. So I usually use this on an everyday basis. It's in my go-to makeup pouch, and it's really light and easy to carry around when you're traveling as well. So just dot it on your face and just use my fingers to pat and blend it down. So I do have 2 of these, both in different shades, one in light and one in medium, and depending on whether my skin is tanner or lighter, I use either. So yeah, that's the number 1 concealer for me. So the next one on my list, number 2, is the NARS Radient Creamy Concealer, and I absolutely love this. This is a little bit heavier coverage, so it's a lot better for if you wanna have a really heavy makeup look, or if you want to use it for stage makeup. Yeah, so it has like thick coverage, and I absolutely love the applicator because it's really easy to apply on the points of your face. This shade is perfect for me, and it blends really easily even with your fingers or with a sponge or with a brush. So yeah, I absolutely love it. It's really pricey though. The Maybelline Age Rewind is a lot cheaper, but you can't get this in Singapore. You have to get this in US, if I'm not wrong. So if you have friends living in US, you can ask them to ship it to you. NARS, you can get it in Singapore, but it's also very pricey at, is it at Robinson's, where the old Heron used to be? So yeah, NARS is my second favorite. It's kind of like on par with my Maybelline Age Rewind, but I don't use this every day. I just use this whenever I'm going to perform or film a video. Yeah, so it's really great. Or if my pimples are really bad and I need heavy coverage, then I will use this. So next on my list, ranked 3rd on my top 5 concealers, is the Makeup Forever Professional HD High Definition Concealer. And it's also a twisty concealer, like that. And a lot of you have seen me use this before in my previous tutorials. I haven't really been using it lately because I've just been going to my NARS and Maybelline Age Rewind now. But basically you just twist the bottom and a little bit comes out. So I love the fact that you can actually control it a lot, and it has really high coverage, somewhat similar to the Makeup Forever one earlier. And it has really high coverage, somewhat similar to the NARS one earlier. And this is also my shade in 330. So yeah, it's a great product. I just haven't finished using it yet. This is actually my 2nd tube already. But then I went ahead to get the NARS and the Maybelline Age Rewind, and I've been sticking to that. But this is on my top 5. And then ranked number 4 after that is my Bobbi Brown Concealer, and this is in the shade Natural. I got the palette, the Duo, and this is the concealer here. So I just basically use my fingers and dab it onto the points of my face that I wish to cover. And then this is the powder it comes with. It's in pale yellow, the shade. It's kind of like a creamy, light beigey color, and it's just really nice to set the concealer under your eyes. The only downside to this concealer, which has stopped me from using it for quite some time now, is that I noticed that it does give some creases under my eyes, like it kind of shows the creases under my eyes. So it's really great to cover things like scars, like acne scars, or my birthmark. I would use this for my birthmark or acne scars, but not for under the eyes, because it does tend to show a little bit of the creasing of your eye baggies, especially if you have bad dark eye rings. So Bobbi Brown is great for covering up pimples and stuff, redness, but not really for under the eyes. So yep, just a tip right there for those of you who are thinking of buying the Bobbi Brown one. And it's also quite pricey here in Singapore. I'm not sure if it's cheaper in the US, but yeah. And then finally, my 5th favorite concealer is the Mischa Concealer. It's not really a concealer, I think it's a highlighter. I'll put the picture right here. But yeah, I don't have it right now because I kind of finished using it and then it dried up a little bit. But that was my often go-to highlighter and concealer when I didn't used to have the Maybelline Age Rewind, because you can find the Misha one here in Singapore and you can buy it on G Market, but you can't get it, you can't get the Maybelline Age Rewind here. So yeah, Missha was one of my go-to favorite concealers back then, and it's ranked number 5 for me. So that's the end of my top 5 concealers. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it useful. In case you're intending to get any of these concealers, they do work for combination to oily skin, and they do work very well in humid climates like Singapore. So if you're living in a dry climate, these may not work for you. So yeah, it depends on your skin type. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy my top 5 series, and I'll catch you guys again soon. Bye!